Both physically and psychologically, we are always changing, so why should our dogs be any different? David Platt, for example, found that cats really got better with age. His pet had an astonishing metamorphosis at the age of 7, making him one of the world's most unusual cats. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. During 1997, Scrappy was a typical black kitten residing at a shelter. After seeing Scrappy for the first time, David Platt entered the room and became afraid that no one would ever desire him due to something that was quite normal for Scrappy. Scrappy was not a nasty dog. He would not hiss at those who approached him too closely or scratch if they attempted to pat him. It was only that he was black. Regretfully, adopting black cats is the least common choice. However, Platt was mistaken when he assumed he understood everything there was to know about Scrappy after taking him home. It normally makes superstitious folks quite angry when they see a black cat crossing the walkway. They interpret this as a portent of poor luck or approaching disaster. They're not signs of the end of the world, but they are rather popular pets for a certain kind of supernatural being. In the witch society, black cats are referred to as familiars. In fact, you probably saw a black cat by the side of a witch if you've ever read any novels about witches or watched witches on television or in movies. But was this cat's fated metamorphosis infused with something otherworldly? Due of popular superstition, black cats like Scrappy were frequently hunted throughout the Middle Ages. This sparked a widespread cat hunt that ultimately led to the extinction of the animal. Some cultures accept superstitions and view them as lucky charms, even though some of them persist today. Nor are black cats considered unlucky in Japan or Britain. For good luck, a lot of individuals in these areas wear key rings or other small objects shaped like black cats. A black cat visiting a residence is considered auspicious in Scotland. But did Platt's days of being alive finish with Scrappy's transformation? Scrappy's black cloak made his stunning eyes stand out even more. His eyes could never discharge laser beams or anything like that. It's not the sole benefit of having a black cat, but it is one. It has been discovered by researchers at the National Institutes of Health that the same genetic abnormalities that give cats their black hair also shield them against some illnesses. That implies that by examining these cats, researchers may be able to discover ways to strengthen the human immune system. But they also produce excellent chameleons, black cats. Black cats complement every style, so it doesn't matter what color your carpeting, curtains, or furniture are. Furthermore, compared to other fur hues, black fur doesn't stand out as much on dark furniture. However, Scrappy was going through a change that would take this advantage away from him. It turns out that sun exposure breaks down the pigments in a black cat's hair, resulting in a rusty brown coat if the cat possesses the tabby stripe gene and spends a lot of time in the sun. However, Scrappy's fate was not caused by the light. Platt was aware that his little kitten wouldn't stay little for long. With the passing of time, Scrappy developed into a magnificent black panther-like cat. However, he changed from then on. He transformed into someone that was completely unlike the person he had been. When Scrappy became 7 years old, strange things began to happen. Platt's cat had a startling metamorphosis that nobody could have predicted. At least not entirely. He was no longer a black cat. What was he becoming? Scrappy had patches of white hair in her black fur. Platt was unaware of what was going on with him. It appeared as though the fur of his cat had been bleached. However, who could have treated his pet so cruelly? Was Scrappy transforming into a creature from another planet? Veterinarians surmise that Scrappy suffered from vitiligo, a pigmentation-related disorder. According to reports, Winnie Harlow, a former America's Next Top model, and Michael Jackson both had it. However, how did Scrappy get to be ill? It turns out that vitiligo is not limited to humans. Although it is quite uncommon, cats can also have this ailment. So, in order to confirm the diagnosis and find out whether there was anything that could be done, Platt went Scrappy to a specialist. Was his cat's black fur lost for good? Scrappy refused to let vitiligo stop him or slow him down. The cat still had a lot of life left in him when he became 19 years old. On Scrappy's Facebook page, Platt posted, "I guess you could say he rules the street, and every other cat stays away. Could the cat become sicker, though? Despite the fact that vitiligo affects the color of the skin, or in this instance the fur, Scrappy was one of the healthiest cats his veterinarian had ever seen, and he had no intention of picking a battle with him. Ask any of the other cats who were out and about in the area. Platt stated that he gave his cat the moniker Scrappy because he could see from the start that the animal had a serious attitude, particularly when it came to starting battles with elder neighborhood cats. Fortunately for Platt, Scrappy was a cuddly bundle of affection for people. He didn't like one thing though. Platt felt that everyone should know how cute Scrappy was. Unfortunately, when it came time to take pictures, Scrappy wasn't too cooperative. He would, in fact, frequently turn his back on the camera. However, one thing remained certain: Scrappy was genuinely exceptional. He stood out from the rest of the group with his fur coat's unusual white splotches. The fact that he kept winning Platt over to his way was also really endearing. But there was more to his intriguing appearance than just the color of his coat. Scrappy was a complete outcast. Most cats would sooner devour a mouse than grab for something non-fattening like fruit. Every now and then, he was known to hop up on the kitchen table and swipe a banana. However, Scrappy shared a common trait with most cats. He was ecstatic to cuddle up inside a cardboard box, just like most cats are. In fact, even if you tried, you couldn't get him out of his box. This was his happy spot, but he quickly turned into the source of joy for everyone else. With over 141,422 likes on his Facebook profile, Scrappy is still a lovable cat that people adore. The fact that he isn't here to witness how much everyone still likes him is just too unfortunate. Although it's said that a leopard cannot change its spots, Scrappy demonstrated that a cat may alter its coat. Thousands of netizens were enthralled by his stunning fur pattern. When Platt adopted Scrappy in 1997, he had no clue that he would grow up to be such a lovely cat. He missed him much more as a result of this. On September 23, 2019, Scrappy would have turned 22 years old. Even after the cat passed away, Platt and his family still celebrated. "You understand how much we've missed you." It said, "You are loved everywhere in the world," on his Facebook profile. But even though Scrappy is no longer with us, we still think of him. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.